construct a senior secondary school in Brikama to complement existing ones. On a final note, President Jammeh urged parents to take the lead role in disciplining their children, as we know teachers alone cannot do it. He also urged boys to be more productive by supporting their mothers in household and economic activities instead of spending all their time playing football. This, he said, would affect their long-term development as productive citizens in the future. The tour continues Monday with meetings in Sanyang and Kamolami. Mori Jallo, GRTS.
A team of International Monetary Fund officials has concluded a 2-week mission to the Gambia. After completing their mission in Banjul, the delegation convened a press conference to brief journalists on the outcome of their trip. Our Babkar Kamara was there.
One practice of economic assessment instituted by IMF meant to review major government policies and programs that have a direct bearing on the Gambian economy.
We've convened this brief press conference at the end of an Article 4 consultation mission by the IMF. Article 4 is a discussion between the fund and the IMF. It's a surveillance mission to review the government's policies and programs and to ensure that they are in line with our agreements with the fund by virtue of our membership as a member of the International Monetary Fund.
Their mission encompasses a divergent view of both civil society and government for an economy yet confronted with stiff indicators of progress as expected.
The IMF team had constructive discussions with the Gambian authorities on the economic challenges currently facing the country. The Gambian economy is still recovering from the severe drought and contraction of 2011. Real growth in gross domestic production, GDP, in 2012 is estimated to have been just over 5%, driven by a strong performance in tourism and a partial rebound in agriculture. However, with crop production still well below normal, the balance of payments has remained weakened and the Gambian dalasi has continued to face depreciation pressures.
Their findings, exacerbated by high domestic borrowing coupled with inflation, are envisaged by economic experts to become a major deterrent to a vibrant economy and financial stability.
Reducing government domestic borrowing to 1.5% of GDP in 2013, as planned in the budget, will be critical to help ease the current pressure on inflation and interest rates. The mission is encouraged by the government's immediate actions to achieve the necessary fiscal discipline.
As the IMF mission reveals an overburdened intricacy surrounding our economy, they further asserted that the general economic outlook is positive as long as government implements prudent policies, further expected to increase GDP by 8% to 9% in 2013 and 14 respectively. Babakar Kamara, GRTS.
The Medical Research Council recently organized an open-day forum to celebrate the successes registered in pneumonia research trial conducted in Sibanor and 20 surrounding villages. The research played a significant role in advancing the understanding of pneumonia that contributed to the Gambia's enviable position as a leader in routine immunization in Africa. Abdullah Baji has the rest of that story.
Causes of death among children in Africa. Efforts are underway to combat the menace. The Gambia is the second country in Africa to introduce the pneumococcal vaccine with the trial studies conducted over the years in Sibanor by the Medical Research Council. The studies have shown that the pneumococcal vaccine is safe and efficacious and has been recommended by the World Health Organization. The Open Day in Sibanor is staged to highlight the successes registered in the trials conducted in the area. The chief of Fonyi Bintang Karanai Alfuseni Jaju commended Medical Research Council for they are playing and improving the lives of people in different parts of the world. The Medical Research Council Unit Director Professor Tumani Kora expressed delight at the level of cooperation and partnership of stakeholders in the successes of the research.
We've selected to work on a disease that has been neglected by most other researchers. People talk about diseases of poverty and refer to AIDS, TB, and malaria. Very hardly do you hear people talk about pneumonia. And pneumonia kills more children than does malaria. We therefore decided that we should focus on something relevant to our community. And this is not new to how MRC operates. If it doesn't trouble the population, we are not interested. It must be a disease that is rampant in this country, a disease that is killing, a disease that needs to be attacked.
Speaker after speaker noted the benefits of the vaccination exercise while hailing the efforts of the Medical Research Council and its partners initiative.
The vaccine research that we do at the MRC unit is trying to find out what vaccines do we need against the diseases that we see here. And as Professor Cora said, we want to work on diseases that affect us in the communities here, and that's the vaccines, for example, the Hib, the pneumococcal vaccine, measles, polio, all of those vaccines that are part of the great EPI schedule that we are privileged to have in the Gambia.
Vaccination saves the lives of 3 million people worldwide each year and prevent millions of others from diseases and permanent disabilities or even death. Vaccinations are so effective that if a large number of the population in any given community are vaccinated, they can even protect the few who are not vaccinated in that community, thus conferring herd immunity.
For his part, the Governor of West Coast Region, Lamin Sane, spoke of the need for the citizenry to give utmost attention to their health and support health workers in achieving their goals.
The country needs healthy people who are the workforce of our economy. We need professors like Tumani Kora. We need good farmers. We need good engineers, doctors, professionals, etc. The only means of getting that is to unite, to improve health, and save lives. Remember, the life you may save today may be the life of a president tomorrow, a minister, a teacher, or a good citizen of our dear motherland, the Gambia.
We can be able to say at any point in time that we've successfully eradicated diseases, this kind of diseases. So in a nutshell, it's very important to continue carrying out surveillance after implementing successful vaccines.
The drive to improve health has triggered support from various organizations, among them the World Health Organization, whose country representative, Dr. Thomas Sukua, added that his office is always there to improve technical support to member states to achieve their goals. Dr. Adam Ademba, Director of Health Services, applauded MRC for its continuous support in improving healthcare delivery in the country. The introduction of pneumococcal vaccine has contributed significantly to the reduction of child morbidity and mortality. Reporting for GRTS News, I am Abdullah Baji.
President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama arrived in Belfast, Northern Ireland for the start of the G8 summit. When we come back, we look at those and other international stories. Stay tuned. Welcome back. President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama have arrived in Belfast, Northern Ireland for the start of the G8 summit. Shortly after his arrival, the U.S. president addressed a crowd at the Waterfront Conference Center where he spoke about his Irish roots and the immense contribution of the Irish to America's extraordinary advancement. Here's an excerpt of President Obama's speech.
And I want to thank all the citizens of Belfast and Northern Ireland for your hospitality. As our daughters pointed out as we were driving in, I cause a big fuss wherever I go. So traffic and barricades and police officers, and it's all a big production. A lot of people are involved, and I'm very, very grateful for accommodating us. You know, the first time Michelle and I visited this island was about 2 years ago. We were honored to join tens of thousands on College Green in Dublin. We traveled to the little village of Moneygall, where, as it turned out, my great-great-great-grandfather was born. And I actually identified this individual in this place only a few years ago. When I was first running for office in Chicago, I didn't know this, but I wish I had. When I was in Chicago,